Welcome everybody to Norton, Massachusetts, campus of Norton High School for this afternoon's matchup between the Norton Lancers, coming in with a record of 2-0-1, facing off against the Dover-Sherborn Raiders, also with a record of 2-0-1. Early here in the TVL season, these teams have had one common opponent, that was Medfield. Norton tied Medfield 0-0, and Dover-Sherborn, most recently 2 nights ago, won on the road at Medfield 5-3. So, looking forward to a pretty even matchup this afternoon. Both teams ready to get things underway. Norton won the toss and elected to have Patrick Driscoll stare into the sun in this first half. So DS will kick off.
All right. 1, 2.
Hart gets us going from Martin. Martin takes a dribble. His ball tries to connect with Winston Bunn. Top of the box does. Bunn rips off a shot. It goes over the net. Nice little design play there, right off the face-off. We'll restart. Ribeiro in net for Norton. Goal kick taken. Kozlowski battles for it, heads it forward. Sarhadi back for Sharma. Playing the ball down the sideline, flicked in towards the middle of the field, kind of over everybody, but Sarhadi's going to track this back for DeSantos. Cycles through the back, Spire. Spire outside for Cronin. Cronin lays it off of Martin. Now to Santos. Wanting to spring somebody. They finally put the ball through, but that's going to be too far for Winston Bunn. Goal kick.
Gorgeous day for a game of soccer here at Norton all-around New England.
Just underway, minute and a half into the first half. Norton plays it on the deck. Simon Hart putting pressure on. Now Sarhadi tries to steal it. Norton. DeSantos and Martin win possession. They swing it wide for Sharma. Sharma up the right wing. Winston Bunn cuts it back to the middle. Finds Martin. Martin, big switch for Spire. Spire taking a bunch of dribbles, trying to get through 3 bodies, can't. Now DeSantos is in there trying to win the ball. Booted down the line. Sen is going to chase it. Plays it all the way back to Driscoll. Driscoll wide for Sen, but that goes out of play. Good pressure there from Locke, the captain. Norton earns a throw in the DS end. Big throw into the box. Martin with a clear. Skips not past the defender. Good play there from Norton. No handball, but here's Bunn. Can't connect with Hart. Good step from Sarhadi. Norton settles. Richmond plays it back to the defense. It's popped forward. Kozlowski gets a head on it. Now Sharma. Now Sarhadi. Player goes down and foul's going to be given. Chisholm, the freshman, got knocked down. Dangerous spot here given the condition of the sun. Potts will take this. Might drive this right on net. Drives it low. Cleared away. Does find Hart. Hart turns. Now Martin. Oh, can't work it ahead for Spire. Good recovery there by Norton to stifle that counterattack. Cronin lays it off of Martin. His ball is chipped in the air, but goes out. Going to be a white throw. Spire will take this. Plays it back for Kozlowski. Again wide for Spire. Through ball, intercepted. Sen. DeSantos turns, tons of space. Big ball down the sideline, trying to catch Scotty Cronin, but he's only able to keep it in momentarily. Goal kick. Norton content to focus on playing defense. Keeping everyone, for the most part, inside the 30 when DS has possession of the ball. Now Cronin down the line. In for Martin, but flag is up. Ends up being a goal kick call. Martin tried to play that ahead for Cronin. Ribeiro take the goal kick himself this time. Kozlowski again gets a piece of it. And they're going to call a push on DS. Another dangerous spot. Potts again will take this. Driscoll battling the sun. There's a ball over everything. Driscoll is able to scoop it in to his hands. Nice play from Patrick Driscoll. Quick counterattack. Rifles the ball up the right wing for Winston Bunn. He can't keep it in. DeSantos. Sarhadi finds Martin. Martin runs into trouble, but Sarhadi wins the ball. Through for Bunn. Now Martin. DeSantos. Goes wide for Spire. Cronin back for Spire. Back for DeSantos. Sharma. 9 field players inside the 30 for Norton. Sharma, big ball. Over the top, but nobody there. But it's going to drop to DeSantos. He tries to get through 2 players, can't. Ball one back by White. Martin. Martin again. Flat for Sarhadi, but intercepted. But Sharma's going to steal this right back. Gets through a sea of blue, but eventually loses the ball. DeSantos from the 40. Ball on the deck for Hart, doesn't get through. Sarhadi tracks back though. He has it. Big hard ball that goes off a defender and flicked up by Norton and out. Going to be a throw for White. DeSantos. Big ball into the box. Headed away. Sharma misplays that. Martin gets a foot on it and earns a throw. Bunn, Sharma. Bunn,
Shama.
big cross. Headed away nicely by the defense from Scotty Cronin. Sarhadi, nice move. Drives, looking for options. Through ball. Finds Cronin. Oh, can't get the shot off. Now Spire. DeSantos.
Laser, focus.
Sen.
Dover-Sherborn because 8 in towards the flag, the midfield Warriors. And last Thursday,
Cronin.
Lance has held the midfield Warriors. No shot looking.
Cronin again.
Defense so far is
Playing with his back to the goal. DeSantos. Sarhadi turns, cuts. Big cross, but right to Ribeiro. He snags it out of the air.
beautiful save by Ribeiro. And he and the lens is on.
Ribeiro plays it on the deck.
On Dover-Sherborn.
Wide for Tedesco. Stolen by Bunn. Bunn crosses that, but so many blue shirts. Now DeSantos attacking down the left side. Hard shot on the deck through traffic, but easily scooped up by Ribeiro. Comes out to the top of his box for a punt to midfield. Sharma. Now DeSantos. Back for Spire. Sarhadi laid that off for Spire, but not enough on it, but Diaz wins it back. Now a big through ball. Chopped by Potts. Martin flicked ahead. Potts gets ahead on it. Sarhadi trying to win it. They do. Here comes that Norton counterattack. Latch down the left. Works it to the center, but right to DeSantos. Now Martin. Plays a nice wide ball for Cronin. Cronin can't connect with Hart. Hart working backwards, trying to win the ball back. Norton keeps possession momentarily along the sideline, but now it's Sarhadi. His ball from Martin is picked off. Good step there from Bratt. Bratt's now got it. Bratt trying to go wide. Good step by Sharma. Now this big ball over the top. Ribeiro's way off his line, but Hart's way too far for Hart. Sharma with a step. Sarhadi and Martin trying to win this. Martin, nice touch, wide for Spire. Matthew Spire looking at his options. Plays to Santos, wide for Cronin. Little through ball for Sarhadi. Sarhadi with a back heel for Cronin. Cronin trying to get that cross off, but it's played out. Going to be a corner for DS, first of the game. Kozlowski and DeSantos push up. Into the box, Sarhadi over the keeper. But he's able to punch it past everybody. Sen chasing it down. Wins the throw. Big one into the box, trying to connect with Hart. He does. And we got a push on Hart. Kick coming out for Norton.
Shot the net. 4 shots to Dover-Sherborn. 1 shot for Norton.
Potts with a big booming shot upfield. Sharma squares that nicely with a header. DeSantos all by himself. Martin over the top, trying to connect with Bunn. Can't. Bat it around and then crank forward by Chisholm, the freshman, and that'll be a throw for White.
And now Dover-Sherborn will get the ball.
Looks like Kozlowski will take this.
Norton, when you say purple, you say white. Purple, purple, white.
Talking to the bench. Somebody needs to come off. Abby Sharma going off. I don't know if he's injured or he did something. Nash Johnson in for Sharma. Plays that back for Sen. Sen wide for Spire. Middle for DeSantos. DeSantos with a move down the line. Cronin chasing after it. Collects it. Nice play, DeSantos. Centering ball. Bunn's going to run this down. Gets the throw. Plays Martin. Martin for Bunn. Bunn with a move. Cuts to the middle. And rips a shot off that goes well wide. Left-footed, but good idea. Working just inside the box. Ribeiro again, Potts plays it short. Reeves Debin with a step and an intercept. But now it's just played forward by Benetti. DeSantos has it. Midfield, cycle through the back. Wide for Johnson. Johnson, his pass is intercepted. Sen with a step. DeSantos, nice play. DeSantos cuts back, finds Sarhadi. Sarhadi at 360, goes to Cronin. Now they find DeSantos. In for Sarhadi. Sarhadi, a nice little through ball down the line. Cronin takes a touch, keeps it in, cuts it back, tries to get a cross off. Intercepted. Cronin gets it back. Plays it back. Sarhadi, big cross for a shot and over the line. I think he was trying to catch the far corner. 23-21 left here in the first half. No score. Another goal kick. Played forward. But now Martin's got it. Square for Sarhadi. Wide for Cronin. Cronin can't connect with Martin. Now DeSantos. In traffic, Cronin, DeSantos, little give and go. They lose the ball. But Spire is there on spot to save it. Oh, Sarhadi with a bit of bad luck. Ball goes over the line. Throw here for Norton. Flicked on by Norton. Sarhadi. Win for Cronin. Off him and out. Blue throw. Again, Norton throw. Just a few feet on their side of the half. Played in. Controlled by Norton. Here's Locke with a shot off a leg. Now worked wide for Bunn. Bunn Crosses it back for Sarhadi. Scooped up by DeSantos. DeSantos tries to reconnect with Bunn. Debin gets a foot on it. Debin fighting for it. Martin now. Back for Johnson. Back for Martin. Martin wide for DeSantos. DeSantos lays it off of Martin. Martin passes up the shot. Little chip through on his left foot now, but doesn't find a white shirt. Sen bodies that down. Spire almost gave it away. Now Johnson down the sideline. Plays it middle for Kozlowski. Martin wide for Spire. Now Devin, can he settle this? Played out to midfield. Sen got a man on his back. Plays it wide for Johnson. Johnson back in for Martin. Square Sarhadi. Sarhadi with the through ball finds Devin. Now Martin. Martin trying to get away from the defense. Sarhadi still possessed by DS. Sen. Sarhadi with a drive over the net. Eric Wells checking in. Headed around and out. It is Tedesto. Actually, no, Chisholm is off, and looks like Willis is on. Tedesto with the throw. They play it back, and Devon's going to put all kinds of pressure on this one. But cleared away by the keeper. Now DeSantos. Santos will play it all the way back for Driscoll. Driscoll plays it wide for Spire calmly. Spire attacking up the left side. Fires it forward for Cronin, but the referee says it went over the line. Blue throw. Taijun looking to check in for DS. Spire. Spire fighting with his man, and a foul coming out. Spire's on his feet. Play short for DeSantos. He goes wide for Spire. Wells back for Spire. Sen now switching to Kozlowski. Nice through ball, Kozlowski. Finds Devin. Devin trying to cut back. Devin had Martin for a second, but couldn't get that pass off. Now it's a throw for Blue. Work through the midfield. Now Johnson. Plays Sen. DS with the vast majority of the possession, which is typical of a Norton game. They are content to mostly play defense and hope for the quick counterattack. Here's one, which sends back there to play Driscoll. Driscoll plays it wide back to Sen. Sen's skating forward, 16:52 left in the first half, still no score. Sen, wide for Spire. Cronin down the line, cuts it back. connects with with Debin, who's checking back. Now Cronin comes in to help, pushes it wide. Wells finds Santos. He cuts the ball through, finds Winston Bunn, who steps over it and rips off a really good shot, but it's wide of the net. Good little opportunity there that Bunn created for himself. Goal kick for Norton. Substitute a few players. Lewis is on for Richmond. Johnson gets ahead on that, but it's going to be Norton throw. Lewis will leave it for Tedesco. He goes short. Martin with a step. Debin trying to track down that loose ball, but Norton possesses. Now they play the ball long, but the only one there is Spire. DeSantos, forward. Debin trying to do something with it. Going 1v3. Now comes to Martin. Martin off a body. Wells tracks it down. DeSantos with a shot. Save, and the rebound's corralled by Ribeiro. DeSantos with a rip from the 30. 14:49 left in the first half. Ribeiro punts forward. Now June with a step. Steals that ball. Finds Wells. Wells ahead for Debin, who can't control that. Now Wells. Oh, nice ball for June. Wide. Good play, Eric Wells. Back for Wells. Tries to play wide for Bunn, but that's too far. Tedesco trying to find a target. Finds Lack. Norton switches through the back, plays it through the midfield, but Spire gets a foot on that. .38. Spire with a head. Whiff on that volley, and now Bunn through ball for Wells. Wells on the attack. He's got Debin. Debin can't quite get there. Ribeiro came off his line to scoop that up. Plays it wide for Potts. Potts getting harassed by Debin. Debin still putting pressure on. They work it up for Lewis. Lewis to the midfield. Willis trying to switch wings. June there. Plays it for Wells. Wells for DeSantos. Back for Johnson. Johnson. Big switch for Sen. Sen coming up the left side of the field. Through for Wells. Wells stops, pops. Can't connect with Sen, who's up on the attack. Here's DeSantos. Sen stays up there. Ball's played down the left wing for June. He does track it down. He gets a move on and he runs a corner as he just flicked that off the defender. Couple subs for White. Sarhadi and Hart back on. Debin and Kozlowski off. Which undoubtedly means that DeSantos will push back into center back. He's up there now for this corner. Martin will take it. Martin into the box, curls it. Headed away by Blue. June for Martin. Martin Goes down the line, steps over one defender, plays it for DeSantos, lays it off for Wells. Wells pulls the trigger, way over the net.
Good defense by the Panthers.
Yes, has had a number of chances that they can't put on frame. We'll see if that changes as the game goes on. Goal kick now, Norton. Played wide for Tedesco. He plays it to the middle. Wells with a step and earns a throw. Down the line, Bunn. Good play, Tedesco. Now DeSantos has it. He squares. Martin. Wide for Spire. Matthew Spire wide for June. Ty June cuts it back. Spire. Spire elects to play it back to Sen. Good patience being shown here by DS. Trying to get Norton to open up in some way. Oh, there's a through ball. And a shot just over the net by Wynn. Bunn. Good ball from Martin. Win with a turn, but that ball just a little too high over the crossbar. Looked like for a second it might have a chance of getting over the keeper, but under the bar. Bunn is off. Scotty Cronin is now on the right wing side. Martin ahead for Sarhadi. Sarhadi. Martin. Now it's a charging DeSantos. Still with the ball. Lays it off for Hart. Hart with a big touch. Martin wide. DeSantos putting that ball, chipping it in. Hart! It finds Sarhadi but skips over his leg. Cleared out by Norton. Chances getting a little more dangerous in the last few minutes for DS, but still no score. 9:16 left in the first half. Big booming shot by DeSantos. Now Johnson up. Now Eric Wells going down the right wing, keeps it in. His cross. Headed around by Martin, Nash, Johnson, and now Sarhadi with a move. Sarhadi inside the 30. He can score from here. Lays it wide. June lays it off for Wells. Wells through for Sarhadi. Trying to square for Martin, but closed down nicely by Norton. Now June trying to make a turn, but he gives up a goal kick. 8:20 left in the first half. 0-0 is your score. Potts, headed by Martin. And push, I guess, on Sarhadi. Norton booms that ball top of the box, off some bodies. Skips around, but June's got it. Plays it wide for Sarhadi. Sarhadi, middle of the field, Martin. Martin, big ball over the top. Hart racing for it. Can he flick it? Past the goalie, he can. Can he get a hold of it? Oh, a defense, Hart again. Oh, and he missed the net. Great counterattack from DS. Wonderful defense from Norton. Covering for Ribeiro, who came off his line and could not get the ball. Hart got another bite at the apple, but he sent that past the left post, or the right post. Forwarded now on this goal kick. Possessed by White. Sarhadi. Sarhadi with a couple moves. Loses the ball. Regains his feet. DeSantos finds Martin. Martin, chip over the top. Can't get past the defense. Now laid off. Cronin can't get a rip off. Headed down by Wells. Nice play, Wells. June now. Wells through for Martin. Oh, lays it off for Sarhadi. Tough play for Sarhadi to make. June is fouled. Sarhadi will take this. Now he leaves it for Martin. Martin getting confirmation on where to put the ball. Martin, big ball into the box, flicked around, and into the net by Hart. Simon Hart with a header that sort of froze Ribeiro and bounced into the side netting. Simon Hart with his 4th goal in his 4th game. Scoring in every game, the senior captain. Gives DS a 1-0 lead with 5:35 left here in the first half. And a timeout is called. We will be back with live action when it resumes. And we're back for the restart. 1-0 DS. Pretty sure Simon Hart got a piece of that. Jack Martin on the assist. Crank towards the net. Driscoll had to elevate, and everybody waiting for the call. He leaped for it, but he did not touch it. Goal kick. Potts with a 50-yard go at it that was just about an inch or two over the crossbar. Trying to catch Driscoll asleep after that timeout. June getting bodied. And now the ball's back for Sen. And this is going to get picked up or played by Driscoll for Sen. Wide. Looks like Abby Sharma's back on, which is a great sign. Plays the ball to the middle. Martin lets it go for DeSantos. DeSantos, quality ball over the top. Potts is there, though, with a header. But Sarhadi chests that down and takes a rip from distance. And Ribeiro gets through his legs, but not over the line. The streaking Hart could not get there in time. Ribeiro's punt to midfield. Johnson collects it. Plays it for Sen, who just wisely cranks it forward. Header by Hart. Now played over the top. Cronin trying to run this down. Cronin lays it to himself. Now plays it off for Wells. Wells looking for help. He's got none. Plays it back for Johnson. Johnson all the way back for Sen. We'll sort of recycle. Sen gives it away. And now the ball's played forward for the streaking lock, but Driscoll came out to play that. Can't give the ball away in the back there. They're just going to try to send lock. Sarhadi from Martin. Sarhadi. Ball DeSantos now. DeSantos wide for Sharma. DeSantos. Sarhadi. Oh, nice through ball. Martin with a shot. Didn't get all that he wanted on that, but beautiful setup from Sarhadi. Getting past that first layer of Norton defense to around the 20-yard line where can get off dangerous opportunities. Sarhadi with a step. Still with the ball. Plays it back. Sharma. Martin. DeSantos. Wells. Johnson. Caio DeSantos playing center back. Carries the ball up. Oh, beautiful ball in and finds Hart. Hart can't quite settle that for a turn and a shot. Make no mistake, though, that was a pass. Now Martin. He'll attack. Finds Wells. Wells with a shot. Ends up bouncing off a leg. And Norton chips it forward and out of play. White throw. Ball given away. Now one back by Scotty Cronin. DeSantos drives. Hart turns. Wide. Intercepted. Wins it back. June. White throw. Sharma. Back for DeSantos. Cronin. Sarhadi. Johnson. Ball over the top. Almost connects with DeSantos. Good defense. Sharma getting harassed by Willis. Now Sarhadi on the far sideline. Back for DeSantos. Plays the ball for Wells. Plays the ball over the top. They're trying to catch DeSantos. They do. He plays it off a leg and earns a corner. Martin will take this. Martin curls it into the box. Sen with the head. Straight up. Ribeiro scoops it up. Ribeiro with a punt, looking for the quick counterattack. Johnson chests that ball forward. And it's going to come back to him with a little bit of space. Cronin, Sarhadi, Cronin. Cronin through one player, not the second. And the halftime whistle sounds. 1-0 is your score. Off a goal by, we believe, Simon Hart. We'll be back with live action when it resumes.
This is what the future of local TV could be if we don't act now. Local access television is the connection to your local community, but its future is in danger. Without legislative action on how it's funded, local TV will inevitably fade away. If we don't act now, an invaluable source of local programming will become extinct. We stand to lose one of the only sources of free speech media, one which is equitable and accessible to all. Local TV keeps you connected, informed, and entertained. Our neighbors are the faces of local TV. You are the voices of the community, so let's continue to be heard. We need you to act now. Save our stations. Call your state representative and state senator and urge them to support House Bill H-74 and Senate Bill S-34. For more information, visit fatv.org/SOS.
Welcome back to Adams Field, home of the Norton Lancers. Dover-Sherborn has a 1-0 lead at halftime. Getting ready to restart. Norton will play this ball. It's like Latch plays it back. They punt the ball forward, but good step there from Sen. Martin, DeSantos, now wide for Spire. DeSantos carries up for Sarhadi. Sarhadi for Cronin, a little bit of space. Thousands of blue shirts. Sarhadi with a big wide ball for Bunn. Bunn can't quite one-time volley that across to face a goal. Looked like that was his intention. Goal kick here for Norton. Taken by Potts. He can boom it. He does. Headed by Sharma. Bunn fighting for it down the line. He gets knocked down. Gets a call. Gonna play it on the deck. Martin wants it. Pushing bodies up to the top of the box. Martin's ball headed away. It comes to Spire. Spire with a take from distance. Ribeiro comes out to make the save. Not sure that would have ended up being on net, but great take from Spire. Sun has gone down, no longer a factor. Temperature's cooling. DeSantos plays that forward. Beautiful night here for high school soccer. Winbun working the ball forward. His through ball for Simon Hart almost got there. Kicked away by the Norton defense. Scotty Cronin now. Back for Spire for Cronin. He turns. Winston Bunn making that run. Slide from Potts. Nice play from Potts. But Cronin is able to win this back. Again, back for Spire. Spire square for DeSantos. Off of Martin. Martin wide for Sharma. Sharma, a little bit of time and space. Takes it down into the corner, getting challenged by Tedesco. And Tedesco forces him over the line. Goal kick. Potts again. Sharma. Batted around at midfield. Martin lays it off for DeSantos. Square for Sarhadi. Little ball, but curls the wrong way for Bunn. Another goal kick. Ball is flicked on by Norton. Kozlowski trying to make a play along the sideline, earns a throw. Tad risky though, but he worked out for him. Now Sharma. Play to the middle. Here comes Norton. Oh, Sarhadi with some great defense. Wins the ball. Up for Martin. Martin puts the ball wide for Cronin. Cronin lays it off. Sarhadi, 1-2. Here's Cronin. Cronin sends it across. Gets past Hart. Wynn gets a foot on it, but over the line. Goal kick. Played short, now booted downfield. Step there from Sen. Strong step from Sen. Now wide, Cronin. Cronin getting harassed. Manages to keep it in but loses the ball, but now Spire wins it back. Sarhadi driving down the left wing, down in the corner for Hart. Hart dancing along the line. Ball's batted around and cleared up and out by Norton. Spire's going to take this throw. Sarhadi able to keep it in. Cross into the box, but can't get over Potts. Looking for a streaking Winston Bunn. DS trying to find that streaking backside, outside half. Now Norton.
Clear the ball.
Big throw, but off Spire and out.
Fire.
Taken again by Toole.
Clear the ball.
Again, Spire gets a head on it. DeSantos gets a foot on it. Big shot. Taken from Locke. That is well wide. Be a goal kick here for DS. Played short.
Center the ball. Now is Hot.
Sarhadi for Kozlowski.
The ball and the heart. Center the ball. Heart.
Sharma.
And Sharma the ball.
Sharma, nice play. Finds Hart. Gets away from him for a second, but now Bunn's got it. Gets away from Bunn. DeSantos can't win that ball, but Kozlowski does. Martin getting harassed. Won by Blue. Martin now trying to win it back. Intercepted by Sharma. Sharma for Martin. Martin for Sarhadi. Sarhadi trying to connect with Bunn. Off a body. Corner. Play Winston Bunn. Nice ball. William Sarhadi. Looks like Martin's going to take this. Filling up the box with white shirts. Martin's ball. Put in low. Off a leg. Cleared out. Tracked down by Cronin. He's able to turn. Pushes it wide. Martin. Ball. Wide. Oh. Oh, and flicked dangerously through the box, but now Spire out at the 30. Finds Martin. Martin liberates himself. Gets a shot off. Ribeiro with the save. And a whistle. Do not know why. Tedesco's a little hobbled, and his coach wants him to come off. Not so sure he wanted to come off, but he is now replaced by Lewis. They'll move some people around. Niven will play left back, it looks like. Drop ball for Norton. 31-16 left in the second half. 1-0 DS. Sarhadi gets a foot on it. DeSantos for Sarhadi. Gets away from one player. Down the line for Cronin. Cronin down for Hart. Hart back for Sarhadi. Sarhadi tries to play it ahead for Martin, but it didn't work out. Goal kick. Whoops. Goal kick played short. Ball's live. Punted up to the 50. Spire. Spire gives it away. Here's Locke trying to make something happen. Rips the shot off that Driscoll's in position for. That's the only way Norton's going to score. I wouldn't mess around with it if I was playing in the back. Sarhadi now trying to win this. DeSantos intercepts. Back for Sarhadi. Laid off of Martin. Martin, big ball. Trying to find Bunn. Bunn comes back for it. Now traps it. Oh, what a move. Winston Bunn liberates himself. The defense closes on him, though. White wins the ball back. DeSantos, flat for Martin. Martin lays it off for Sarhadi. For Martin. Martin working on Lewis. Martin into the box, trying to find somebody to cross to. That ball gets batted away. and it'll be a corner. Sarhadi's going to take this one. Served into the box. Headed up by Norton. Kozlowski heads it for Sarhadi. Sarhadi again, service. Headed away. Nice play by Blue. Kozlowski plays it wide. Sharma. Whistle. As is a defender for Norton down in the box. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
28:45 left. Second half. 1-0. Dover-Sherborn on top.
Trainer out to check him out. Clock stop at 28:45. Still 1-0 Dover-Sherborn.
Andrew Bennett. That is a cramp.
Hobbling off, unfortunately. Can't see his number. Don't think this is an official timeout, but people did run over to the sideline to grab a drink. White had the ball around the 40, and now the referee will do a drop ball. Norton will just let DS play this, and we're back underway. Sharma down the line. Winbun cutting back to the middle of the field. DeSantos. Through ball is cranked around. Settled. Now DeSantos. Skipped over by Bunn, but Martin was not on the same page. Norton now with the counterattack. Nice play, Kozlowski. Plays it for Sen. Sen wide for Sharma. Sharma under pressure. Flicks it up the line, connects nicely with Bunn. Bunn from Martin. Martin with a little bit of room to skate. Plays it for Sarhadi. Back for DeSantos. Elected not to play Martin, and now that ball was passed back. Keeper had to play it with his feet. They're trying to work it through. Flicked away from danger by Norton. But here comes DS again. Sarhadi. Big wide one for Sharma. Spire. Short for Cronin. Oh, trying to find Hart. Beautiful ball. Whiffed on by the defense. Hart can't corral it though. Cleared up. And Martin takes it away from Locke. Oh, and Locke gets called for the foul. Martin will take this from the 40. Plays it short. Sen. Kozlowski. Kozlowski. Sen. DeSantos. Leaves it off of Martin. Tries to play it back to DeSantos. Headed forward a few times. And then just cleared by Norton. Sen. Wide. Spire. Cronin. Sarhadi. He's got people running down the line. Crosses the ball. DeSantos. It's kind of in his range. Works it on the left foot. Takes a rip over the net. 25-42 left in the second half. Reeves Debon on for Simon Hart. Norton plays it short. DeSantos gets a foot on it. Now Sarhadi. DeSantos. Martin. Plays it wide. Win Bun, left-footed. It's going to get over Sarhadi. He's trying to run it down. It is over the line for a goal kick. Potts. Kozlowski with a head on it. Step by Spire nicely. Kozlowski now plays it all the way back for Driscoll. Driscoll clears it up. Sarhadi's going to track this down. Finds Martin. Martin cuts back through traffic. Sarhadi. Big wide one, a little off target, but Sharma runs it down. Sends it back to Sarhadi. He's got a little room in front of him. Big one through that. Looked like it was intended for Cronin. Coming on is Wells. Sarhadi will take a break. Potts again. Big one. Played there by Kozlowski. Cronin. Nice play by Wells. Through ball. Debon. Harassed. Step by DeSantos. Taking it down the line. Step back. Another step back. Jeez. And his cross goes off a player and out of play. Corner. Martin will take it.
All right, let's get it, White. Let's go, White.
Ball served way wide. Flicked on, and this will be a throw-in for White. Wells. Nice play. Into the box, but corralled by Ribeiro. I think that was off a blue player and would have been a corner, but Ribeiro snagged it. Now Norton trying to counterattack. Played in. Bratt. Can't keep possession. DeSantos now. Big one, but all the way through to Ribeiro. Diaz getting a little impatient here in the second half. Passing up the easy, obvious play for something a little more ambitious. Handball. There's a call. Unfortunate bounce for Niven. Willis. Now Martin's got it. Plays it wide. Spire. For Martin. Martin. Big cross for Sharma. Through ball. Wells. Wells. Martin's making a run, as is Bunn. Bunn. Big cross. Oh! Goalkeeper doesn't get it, but neither can Scotty Cronin. 21:08 left in the second half. Still 1-0 DS. Another goal kick for Norton. Off the shoulder of Spire. Martin controls. Now played wide. Sharma. Winbun's got it along the sideline. Back for Sharma. Centered for DeSantos. Wide for Spire. Spire stumbles a little bit. Back for DeSantos. DeSantos through. Bunn lets it go, but too much on it, and the only one that's going to get that is Ribeiro. He plays it. Intercepted. White fighting for it at midfield. Now Devin applying pressure. Devin fouls the Norton player. We kick here for blue. Potts. Probably easily get this all the way to the top of the box. Booming that ball through. Headed down.
How are you? What's your name? Tom, I told you.
Cleared by Winbun.
Hey, Tom, Tom. Good, how are you? Tom, doing good. Yes, Tom from How are you? Good to see you. Sorry, I didn't scoot in.
Good step from DeSantos. Now Spire. Wide for Cronin. Martin squares it for Wells. Wells, pressure on his back, but he runs away from it. DeSantos through. Oh, can't get through to Bunn though. Good step. Martin gets through two players. Working down the right side for Bunn. Bunn with a cross. DeSantos trying to get it on his foot. He does! And oh, what a save by Ribeiro. Diving to his right. Snuff out that laser of a shot from Caio DeSantos. Punt, Ribeiro. Martin. Sorry, Wells fighting for it. Plays Martin. Martin now at the 50. Wide for Sharma. Wells. All kinds of time and space. His ball can't connect with DeSantos though. Spire gets past him. But Norton not able to keep it in along the sideline. Played back, Sen. Kozlowski. Through ball is intercepted. Played ahead, Wells. Tracking back nicely. Wins that ball. Norton seems like they're a little bit fatigued. Not putting as much pressure on as they were. Wells. DeSantos loses the ball. Chisholm plays that forward. Now DeSantos running back to regain the ball. Commits a foul. Kind of a dangerous spot for somebody like Potts. We'll see what he does with this if he takes it. Looks like he will. Four-man wall. Goes for the shot. It's over everything, but not by much. Driscoll will take this goal kick. Hamilton. Sen. Now it comes to Kozlowski. Wide for Spire. Spire. Cronin play catch. Now back for DeSantos. Trying to find a midfielder. There's Martin. Lays it off for DeSantos. Big ball wide. Touched by Win Bunn. It forces Ribeiro to come out and clear it to safety. Martin can't control that throw, but the ball comes back to him. Takes it down the sideline. Puts on a move. Puts the ball through. And cleared. Batted around. Sharma. Able to keep that in. Plays Wells. Now Sharma. Wide for Spire, who's all alone. Wide for Cronin. Cronin and Spire. Now switch back to DeSantos. Now through for Martin. He lays it off for Sharma. Nice D there by Chisholm. Cleared up the line, but they can't keep it in. Caio DeSantos. Devin fighting for it. DeSantos fighting for it. Now Wells, nice touch. Another nice touch. Gets ahead of him, but the ball stays with him. Now Cronin. Cronin looking for help. Plays it off for Spire. Spire for Cronin. Puts the ball through. Bounces. Oh, and Ribeiro snags that. DeSantos threw his leg in the air, but skipped past him. Not a bad idea from Cronin. Dangerous ball into the box. Kozlowski loses sight of it. Fighting for it with Robbins. Now it's worked up to midfield. Bunn, Wells. Wells. Wide, Spire. Spire from Martin, turns. Two players on his back, cuts back. Gets out of a crowd. Lays it off for Wells. Wells now attacking. Looking for options, wide for Cronin. Cronin, big touch that ends up getting cleared. Sen skates it in to the 30. Puts that ball through for Winston. Winston on his left foot. He shot off the crossbar. And we got a push on White. Kick coming out for Blue. Nice turn from Winston Bunn. Good build up. When Diaz is able to thread those balls through that last line of defense, people are making quality chances. Cranked forward and over everybody. Driscoll out to pick it up. Driscoll will take his time. 12:24 showing on the clock. Plays it wide for Spire. Spire. Cronin. Middle for Devin. Devin loses control. Chisholm steals it. Chisholm chipping it ahead. Nobody there but Spire. Martin turns. Flicked outside. Now he's back on his feet. Big wide ball, but that's going to be intercepted by the defense. Read nicely. DeSantos blocks that. Now they play it wide, but again, too far for Locke. We throw in White. Wholesale subs coming on for DS. Some fresh legs. Sarhadi's back on, as is June, as is Hart. Throw here for Toole. Martin flicks it ahead. Hart. Lays it off for DeSantos. Santos, big switch. Sharma. Sharma finds Martin. Wide for Spire. Down the line. DeSantos. Leaves it off for Martin. Martin from the 30. Big wide shot. Rebound. Still loose. Finally scooped up by Ribeiro. He's coming definitely dangerously close to the edge of his box. Handling that ball. Pounded forward by the Norton keeper. Flicked on. But here comes a step from Sen. Great play. Down the line. Hart lays it back for June. Sarhadi. Hart. Pinned against the sideline there. Now June finds Hart. They go for Martin. Wide for Spire. DeSantos. Big ambitious take. Curls wide of the post. 9:37 left. Goal kick, Potts. Boomer. Into a crowd headed forward by White. Sarhadi taps it forward. Now it's stolen by Wells. Wells spins. Plays it back for Spire, who's up into the play. Spire. Wells. Wells getting chopped at, but gets it through to Hart on a nice ball. Hart lays it off for Sarhadi, whose chip is over the bar. Another goal kick. Some good build-ups in the last few minutes, largely in part due to Eric Wells. Again, goal kick. Again, pounded to the 50. Martin elevates. Now DeSantos. Through ball, but Wells isn't going to get there. Now the ball's won by DeSantos. He finds Sarhadi. Sarhadi with a big ball for Hart that can't get past the defense. Laid off nicely from Martin. Martin charging through. Martin chipping through, intercepted. Trying to win the ball back. Stepping up is Sharma. Sharma with a drive. Sharma! Just wide of the net. Coming up from his right back position. Have a go at it. 7:41 left in the second half. Again, the big Potts goal kick is volleyed back by white shirts. Sarhadi now. DeSantos. Sarhadi. Wells, rather, for Sarhadi. A little bit wide for DeSantos. Lays it off of Martin. Sarhadi. Martin. Looking at his options. Ball over the top, headed down. Good defense. Trying to feed DeSantos behind that wall. Hasn't happened too many times today. Nice play from Spire. Sen. Wells. Sharma. Sarhadi. Off of Martin. Martin for DeSantos. Good ball. He's got Hart. Can't find him. Turns. Left foot. Chip. Scooped up by Ribeiro. Spire. His ball's intercepted by Norton. Norton with a big through ball, but Sen's got it. Sen controls. Sarhadi. Wide. Wells. Wider for June. June. Great Great speed. Good cross. Sarhadi with a chop. Chopped away. Sarhadi again. Oh, misfires. June trying to keep it on. He's in the box. He's pulled down. No call. Fired ahead. Kozlowski now. And they play it away from Bennett. Norton trying for the quick throw, quick counterattack. 5:34 on the clock. 1-0 is your score. DS leading. Flicked into the box. Driscoll out. He's knocked down. Again, no calls. There's a collision there. Dangerous play in the crease. And Yazukovic seems shaken up a little bit. He's still down. White will head to the sidelines. 5 minutes showing on the clock. Clock is stopped. A lot of cramping going on. A lot of minutes logged by some of these younger Norton players. Now we're back on. Going to be a blue throw. It's taken all the way back towards the 30. Fired in. Chipped in, or a shot from distance. Driscoll's just going to watch that slide by the net. Not a threat. Goal kick taken by Driscoll. Driscoll. That is over Wells, but Sharma is there. Plays Wells. Wide for June. Back inside for Wells, but the ball escapes him. Now it's played forward. Norton really pushing up, trying to get this equalizer. Cleared by Spire. Sends that a country mile. Ribeiro way out of his net to collect that at the top of the box and punt it back. Sharma elevates and heads the ball. Hart sends that the wrong way. Right to a blue shirt. Step by Spire. Now Martin. Ahead for Wells. Tricky ball for Sarhadi. But he manages to push it up the field. Back head flick. Sarhadi. Sarhadi sends the ball wide. He's got Hart. Hart being harassed. Hart trying to run through his man, and finally a whistle. Number of Norton players struggling with cramps. Potts lays this ball down. About 3.5 minutes estimated left here in the game. Ball is chopped into the box nicely, but Sen heads that away. Cleared by DeSantos. Volleyed forward. But June is there to fight for it, as is Wells. Norton player going 1-on-2, wins the ball, but now runs into trouble with Martin and June. Played forward, over the top. Hart going to run this down, but played forward by the defense. Now controlled in midfield by White. Kozlowski. Sen. Spire. Martin flicks that ahead. Sarhadi takes over. Sarhadi's ball for Spire is touched through to DeSantos. DeSantos trying to get a cross off. He is bodied. And the call is a goal kick. Good defense there from Norton. Quick one from Potts. Low. Intercepted. Wells. Hart laid off for Sarhadi, but poorly. Hart knocks a man down. Play on. Fires from distance and just wide of the net.
Top the net. 30 for Dover-Sherborn.
About 2 minutes. Played forward. Martin. Again. Martin again. Hart. Sarhadi. He's got Wells square. Finds him. Big switch wide for DeSantos. Through ball for Sarhadi. Sarhadi from distance over the bar. Not a bad play at the stage, though.
31. Shot to the net for Dover-Sherborn.
Potts again. About a minute 15. June earns a throw. Leaves it for Sharma. White taking their time. Down the line. Headed forward. Hart
Let's go. Down Hart. Hart with the ball. Hart. Hart. Hart.
plays June.
Ball. Hart.
Big square from Wells to Sarhadi. Thinks about shooting. Instead chips it into the quarter for June. June able to get off a cross. It's behind Hart. Cleared away. But now Martin's got it. Martin cuts it to his left foot. Fires through traffic off a leg. Rebound to Santos. Scooped up by the goalie. 20 seconds left. About. Headed out of play by Spire. Fired up into the box. Driscoll wants it. Sen heads it away. Spire. Spire cuts it back to the inside. What a play. The crafty senior. Cool under pressure. DeSantos. Square. Wells. Sharma. Got to be close to full time. Sarhadi. Again trying to chip the keeper. Oh, almost. Over Ribeiro as he charged out for that. He almost came a little too far. But his punt forward. Batted. Cleared away by Sen. Into the middle. And there's your full time. Oh, Eric Wells is down. So we got a whistle for an injury. Didn't see what happened to him. Second midfielder for DS to get hurt in the waning seconds of a game this week. As hopefully just a cramp, as Miller Pollock got injured in the final seconds against Medfield. He's in street clothes today. Wells on his feet but hobbling off. Cronin is back on in the middle. Wesley Bunn, who had 2 goals in that road win against Medfield, also has not seen action today. Ball boom forward, headed away. Chased down by DeSantos. Chip forward, Sarhadi. Big ball ahead for Hart. Hart racing this down as the final whistle sounds. A tough one, gutted out by DS on the road. Their second road TVL victory of the week as they ride a first half goal by, we believe, Simon Hart all the way to this victory. Teams out to congratulate their goaltenders. White shirts surrounding Patrick Driscoll, and we'll sign off here and see you next time.
Trevor.